There are no prospects in the sport of professional boxing. You are a pro. That is it. Let's talk.
Straighter, not a roundhouse right hand.
And that's what we've been talking about. The straight shot is the one where he gets leverage on it.
I don't want to kill
Pull
somebody
back
for
a little bit.
seconds.
Nah, I want a body on my record.
Now, I want to see you fight motherfuckers. I do. All right? I'm with you. I'm with you. As long as you're trying to fight the great, the best competition.
Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you. Yo, it's the best, fight the best. If you ain't with the moto, just click the link, bitch, and get buried like the rest. It ain't gonna work how you want it. These trolls already tried, too many come but don't leave. So if you hear, you gotta die. I'm spitting straight facts. These bitches crying cause they hate that. The LDBC's the top topic, bitch, hate that. We the ones that bring the truth to these fans. So while you hate, I'ma laugh and keep counting these bands. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link, get the dance. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you. Welcome to the graveyard. Click the link if you dare to. Bury you alive, I'm prepared to. Welcome to the graveyard. You get your sources from clowns, so when you come around, we don't hear you.
Welcome to the graveyard.
So I keep hearing this guy's a prospect, this one's a prospect, this one, man, this one is up and coming, and I try my hardest to go along with it at times, and it just doesn't work, man. It just because I look at every other sport on earth, and I'm just like, it doesn't work that way nowhere. Boxing is the only place where people can start making these excuses about how this fighter is, he's not ready because, he's a prospect. The fuck? In any sport on earth, when you are in the majors, the pros, as a rookie, you have an opportunity to win the championship of that whatever. Your very first year as a professional. Your very first year. There's quarterbacks. I believe Ben Roethlisberger was one of them. In his rookie year, won a Super Bowl. If I'm not mistaken. There's others, that have been in the playoffs, lost Super Bowls, won championship games, went to the championship games. There is rookies in basketball who have gone to the NBA Finals. Rookies. They may not get a lot of shine, but they're a rookie on the team. They played in the game. A rookie. There's rookies in Major League Baseball, soccer. There is fighters in MMA. This is their very first year in MMA. They've had 4 or 5 fights in MMA. And they're ranked with the potential to fight for a title or to fight to become the guy that's next or the girl that's next. Boxing. Boxing is the only sport on earth where people can lie to you and tell you that a professional is not ready for another professional. Boxing is the only sport on earth where I can say this professional boxer is a prospect, some new level in boxing that they just made up years ago, made it up years ago and been running with it forever to keep their fighter from fighting another fighter, or to have their fighter not fight that fighter because that they claim that fighter's a prospect. So either one, they're going to say, "Oh man, my fighter's a prospect. He's not ready yet," or she's not ready. He or she is a prospect. Give him a few more years and a few more fucking bums, and then a so-called step-up fight, or a couple of step-up fights, some step-ups. Bro, correct me if I'm wrong. Well, I ain't wrong. Jaron Boots Ennis has fought 2 fighters. Sergey Lickenuts, a blown-up guy from 140, who Mikey Garcia beat. But yet, because Jaron Boots Ennis beat Sergey Lickenuts, he's ready for Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford and everybody else. I say, yeah, you're ready. I say you don't need to fight Sergey Lickenuts. You're ready now. You were ready then. You were ready before you fought them. You're ready. But you fought a guy that Mikey Garcia beat. You fought Mikey Garcia's leftovers. And that makes Jaron Boots Ennis ready for Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, everybody else. He's ready for everybody else because he beat Sergey Lickenuts. But Mikey Garcia, who beat Sergey Lickenuts, is a small guy. Mikey Garcia, oh man, little old tiny Mikey, man, little tiny small pequeño Mikey, little small. No, y'all use this shit when y'all want to use it. Oh man, look, Mikey moved up 9, 4, 5, 35 divisions. But you say nothing about Sergey Lickenuts, who lost to Mikey Garcia in a small division. You say nothing about him fighting Jaron Boots Ennis. Why? Because he beat Lamont Peterson, who Errol Spence beat. Let this sink in now. Errol Spence beats Lamont Peterson. Sergey Lickenuts beats Lamont Peterson. So Jaron Boots Ennis beating Sergey Lickenuts means he's ready for everybody. He's not a prospect. But Mikey Garcia beat Sergey Lickenuts before Jaron Boots Ennis and before he fought Errol Spence. But Mikey Garcia was too little, too small, blah, blah, blah. All this, too this, and too blah, blah, blah. This is the reason why I have a problem with y'all. You use this thing, oh man, this guy, Speedy Rashidi Ellis is a prospect. He's a prospect, man. Listen, man, he got to get some step-up fights, and he's a prospect, some step-up fights. He's a prospect. There ain't no fucking step-up fights. That doesn't exist. You wouldn't say, oh, listen, man. Oh, come on, man. Listen, man, the Raiders are, they're pretty good. They only got 1 loss this year. The Raiders only got 1 loss. The Arizona Cardinals only have 1 loss this year. But they gotta play a couple of step up teams first. They only got 1 loss, but that don't mean it. They gotta play the Raiders and play the Raiders and a couple other people. Get some step up matches in. Get a couple of step up matches. Yeah, man, the New York Knicks just beat the Milwaukee Bucks, but the Milwaukee Bucks were the champions from last year. So, I really don't think the New York Knicks is all that. They need a couple of step up games first. Get a couple of step-up games. Because the New York Knicks is still a prospect team. Get a couple of step-up games. You make 0 fucking sense. 0 cents. None. This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Oh, yeah, well, this UFC guy, this Bellator guy, they just got into Bellator. They've only had like 2 or 3 fights, so, they're not ready for nobody else. Let's not put them in there with nobody else. So how the fuck are they ever going to be ready? So you guys claim that a fighter is not ready for another fighter until he or she fights another fighter that ain't ready for that fighter either. It's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Oh, listen, man, this guy right here has got to fight. Get him a Jose Lopez. fight Josito Lopez or somebody like that first, you know, or Sammy Vargas. Get you a Sammy Vargas or a Josito Lopez in first. But Josito Lopez or Sammy Vargas is not beating Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford or Jerron Boots Ennis or Keith Thurman. They're not beating those guys. Oh, well, Josito Lopez almost, yeah, almost ain't good enough. Ask Caleb Plant. Almost ain't good enough. It's not good enough. So, don't tell me that this guy right here that ain't ready for that guy. But this guy can fight that guy, so that guy is then ready for that guy. That makes no fucking sense to me at all. If neither one of these guys is ready for that guy, so the fuck what? Those two guys fighting each other isn't going to make either one of them ready for this guy. If these guys over here ain't ready for this guy either. I'll say it again. If neither one of these motherfuckers, nobody over here, is ready for that motherfucker, then these guys fighting each other isn't going to make them ready for that motherfucker depending on if they beat each other to death. Neither one of them are ready. So just because you beat that guy don't make you ready for that guy. There ain't no prospects. There ain't no step-ups. There is this guy and that guy. Get in the ring and show me. That's what it is. There's this guy, there's that guy. Now get in the ring and show me who the fuck is the better guy. There ain't no fucking prospects. The prospects is an excuse for someone to say, well, you know, my guy's a prospect, so that's an excuse for you to hide your fighter from somebody else. Or, on the inverse, it's an excuse for someone over here to say, oh man, this guy's a prospect, this motherfucker ain't ready for me, I ain't fighting this motherfucker. It's an excuse any way you look at it. You're either ready or you're not, and the only way we will know if you're ready is if you fucking get in the ring and fight. Jerron Boots Ennis can fight Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford right now. Let's see if he's ready. And so can Speedy Rashidi Ellis. And so can Virgil Ortiz. Quadruple Armadillo, all these motherfuckers. Get in the ring, let's see. Get in the ring. That's the only way to find out if any one of these motherfuckers are ready for anybody. Get in the ring and see. Don't tell me you're, oh, there's a prospect. It's a prospect. Now, we can believe what we want to believe the outcome will be, but we don't know until they get in the ring and they show us. When they get in the ring and show us, then we'll know. Until then, we won't fucking know nothing. Everybody's just speculating. Oh, man, this dude. Miss me with that shit. There ain't no prospects. There is pros, there is amateurs. That is it. BFTB. Shout to the LDBC. And I'm out.